Hello everyone, this is Vicki Verley. Thank you so much for joining me for your monthly Tarotscopes. These monthly mini readings offer a glimpse into what it's really like to have a personal consultation with me. A private reading is much more personal and in-depth. I psychically tune into your energy and get visions and impressions that are specific only to you. If you would like to order a personal reading from me, or check out some of the other products and services that I offer, you can do so by checking out the link below. And now, without further ado, on to the reading.
Gemini.
Hello Gemini, welcome to your September of 2014 Tarotscope, astrology reading, and animal totem. Okay, so let's get these cards shuffling and see what's in store for you. Okay. Well, looks like there's some discord and either relationships breaking up or possibly, you know, old stuff coming back. Old exes, divorces or something stuff is coming back again here. I need to get a few more cards. Okay. Here's what we got. Well, the one I'm talking about here is the Ten of Cups in reverse. Upright, the Ten of Cups is known as the marriage card. And, you know, excuse me, textbook 101, you know, Tarot 101, Ten of Cups in reverse will often be a split or a breakup. Now, it may have already occurred, and I'm kind of feeling that it has already occurred. But somehow this is coming to the forefront. Well, some of you may be breaking up. You know, that could be too. But secondly, I'm feeling like this, if this is in the past, it's kind of, these things are getting stirred up again, or they're getting festered up again, or getting turned up again. And Five of Rods is like, we are fighting, we are battling. Whether we are doing that now, or whether it's just, it's irritating me. If it's irritating you to think about what your ex did, then please stop doing that. Please stop thinking about it, or stop talking about it, because you're just bringing it back into the present. You know, you're bringing that energy right back into the present moment. And you definitely don't want to do that. Whatever that was, if it's happening now, or if it happened in the past, with Wheel in reverse here, Wheel says that it wasn't going to be a good thing anyway. Wheel is fate and destiny, and it's karma and things like that. So either it's like, it wasn't really your destiny, after all, to be with that person. Or secondly, it can talk about, well, maybe there was a destiny involved, but it was to learn some karmic lesson. You know, Wheel in reverse can be like, you've learned some karmic lesson, or you had to pay some, you know, it was a fated thing, but it was fated for you to experience some kind of, you know, negative stuff, some kind of discord in your life, but it was karmic. You know, that can be too. And sometimes Wheel is timing, and when Wheel's in reverse, it can just say, you know, maybe the timing wasn't quite right. And that can definitely be. At any rate, it looks like there's new things happening too. I've got this King of Rods here in the whole, you know, up here in the middle of all this stuff. And he feels it's a he in the spread, but of course it could be a she in a general reading. But this person feels like a very positive influence in your life. Somebody very loving, caring, and a king. So a king is somebody of a certain level of maturity, and it doesn't always have to be age and years. As I've said many times, you know, the knights and the kings sometimes are the boys and the men. All right? So, the king is somebody who's more experienced. The king is somebody who's more mature, is a grown-up about things, behaves in a grown-up way. The king also looks at this Ten of Cups in reverse too. So it could be somebody else that's coming into your life who they're going through a tough divorce, or they're still fighting it out or whatever. If that's the case, I feel like this person's totally got a good head on his shoulders, or has a good perspective about the whole thing. Either way they do, okay? I mean, maybe you're breaking up and this is just somebody you talk to, like your dad or somebody who just can give you some wise advice. I really feel like this is an old relationship and this is a new relationship. And he may have he or she may have shown up in the time of Leo, in the time of fire. It's just this August here. At any rate, somebody's asking you, making you an offer of love here. And Four of Cups in reverse, Four of Cups upright is like somebody's offering you something and you're like skeptical about, I don't know if I want to take this. This doesn't, I'm not sure if this is a good thing. In reverse, it's like, no, it is a good thing. And it's a Six of Rods, is, or Swords, excuse me, is a journey. which can be, I mean, especially because it shows up next to 4 rods. You could say you could relocate or go travel to meet with somebody in a different, place. You might have to travel, or they might come to you, and you might end up changing your location, because 6 of rods with 4 of rods, I mean 6 of swords and 4 rods here, often this is travel to a new place to live. And some of you, that might be too. Maybe you're just going to move to a new place. That could just be the whole thing here. And maybe if that's the case, if this stuff's still lingering, like if you're still staying in the house where all the fighting and everything happened when you broke up, sometimes maybe that is a good thing to just get out of there, because you need to be in a different location or do some major smudging or cleansing or something. But this is related to some kind of offer. I feel like somebody's saying, hey, you want to do this? And you're like, yeah, I want to do it, and off you go. 6 of rods also is symbolic of he's coming out of the turbulent water and he's moving into the smoother sailing. So it's also a sign of the worst is over. And if it's all the way over, if this happened whenever, some years ago, then don't focus on it. Don't try to bring it back into your present day consciousness. That's not what we want to do at all. We want to keep moving forward. We want to move on to the future. If this is somebody, also, like, don't bring your old relationship into your new. If you have a combative vibration about stuff that's happened with your ex or whoever, that's not him or her. I'm going to say him just for the sake of simplicity again, but the King of Rods didn't do that. You got to make it a new thing and take them as they are, because they're definitely not somebody who wants to get embroiled on. He turns his back on this, right? He turns his back on this fighting and this nonsense. That's not where he doesn't want to be in a fight all the time or having to prove he's right or anything. He looks over here. He looks down at this love stuff. He wants to have love and he wants to move on. So that would be the direction to go in. Again, it looks like there's other things going on here too. This seems like could be a whole other situation again. It's saying strength and have patience. That's always what the strength card calls for. And this is definitely about some kind of financial thing that you're trying to achieve or find balance in, balancing the books or balancing the checkbook or things having to do with financial things you're trying to get together. And strength is saying hang in there, because the Emperor is coming along and it's somebody that's going to be positive and favorable to you. The Emperor is a person, not necessarily a man again, because in the old days, men were the only people who had any positions of power and authority. But of course, in modern day, anybody could be the Emperor. The Emperor is somebody who's in charge. But Emperor upright, the key words with Emperor upright I always remember is a fair and just ruler. So even though they do have this power and this authority, whatever it may have you, it's not like they act that way. In the modern day, the Emperor has a lot of negative connotations. You don't want somebody's trying to be the Emperor, like, who do you think you are? But in the old days, that was not the case. This is somebody who has power, authority, but is very fair and just and kind and righteous. Is a good person. So if there's some difficulties fighting over money, the Emperor is going to alleviate that. So I mean, maybe it's a judge in a courtroom that rules in your favor, but I would want to see justice or some other cards around there. But if that's something you're going through, could be. But maybe this is just somebody that hires you on for some gig and you're making more money then. And then so the money isn't an issue. But this is a temporary state of being in too. The main thing is for you this month, from this, what I'm gathering from this spread, is about leaving the past behind in your relationship, not bringing baggages of your old relationship, or if some of you are ending relationships now, not bringing that along in the future, because it does seem like there's a new vibration that of somebody who's not interested in fighting, but interested in he's a lover, not a fighter, and living in peace and harmony together, and leaving turbulence behind and having a beautiful, positive experience from here on out. So that's what I want to do. Don't wreck it by bringing in ex stuff to the current relationship, and you don't have to be skeptical about this person because they're not going to be like your ex either. This is a new experience. Oh, I was going for the totem cards before we did the chart. So let's look at the chart here. Gemini on the ascendant, the first thing that's happening is a full moon in your 10th house of career and public honors. So something could come to light. This would be, maybe you're going to present your case that day, show what you can do, show your stuff. 10th house, maybe you're going to have some awareness with the full moon. Maybe you're going to get an awareness about something that's going on or has been going on with your career or something on that level. And the next thing that happens on the 24th, we've got in your 5th house, a new moon in Libra in your 5th house. So 5th house is primarily love and relationships. So definitely could be some new love stuff coming in by the 24th. Also has to do with children. So maybe something having to do with children in your life. And has to do with fun and playtime. So maybe having fun or, you know, some playfulness in your life. Okay, now let's go on to the totem. Let me find that totem for Gemini. This one's sticking out, so I'm going to grab it. And it is the moose. Okay. The moose, on the card here, it says home, birth, and primal mother. Interesting. But I'm going to give a little more insights on it, and you could always research this further by looking up moose animal totem. But hang on, I'm going to be right back with more on this, with my explanation in a minute. Right back.
Moose energy is tied to the feminine forces, the dark mother, and the unconscious. Moose moves silently and is the master at the art of camouflage, going into the silence and becoming the observer, being in life and death, in sleep and wake, moving between parallel universes that exist side by side. This is the energy that the moose brings to you.
Okay, before we go, I want to remind you all that I do have a book out called Tarot in the Modern World. And if you enjoy these readings that I do on YouTube here, chances are you're going to enjoy the book. It's easy to understand terms. I give upright and reverse position. And then I also give like a little bit of an interpretation of how to relate it to other cards, as I do when you watch the videos here, as I relate all the cards together, because I feel like that's really important. And I give like a little poem to, you know, kind of help you remember it. A new beginning is in store for you. It may involve love or creativity too, for the Ace of Cups. So it's a nice little book, easy to understand. It's available on Amazon, and you can find the link below. I also want to remind you that I have on other channels. If you look at my main page, The Rock and Roll Prophetess, I have a couple of other channels. One is music as a keyboard player, and I also write music, so if anybody wants to record any of my material, I would love to hear somebody else's take on it. And secondly, I have my children's channel, the Learning Songs for Kids, which features learning songs for kids. It pretty much says it all. But also the Green Glen Gang, which is something I've been trying to get going for a while, and I've been doing it lately in 3D as opposed to 2D, and I feel like that's the way that they're meant to appear on the screen or wherever they're going to end up being. So if you're interested in learning more about that or helping me get it out there, I'd love to hear from you on that. Or if you just have little kids, you know, check out the learning songs that are on the page, on the channel. I want to thank you all for donating, because your little donations, big or small, it all goes together, and it really helps me to continue to do these free videos every month. Also, I want to thank you all for liking and sharing and commenting my videos, and ordering readings and ordering charts, and also the Tapestry of Life mandalas I wanted to mention. I don't always mention these, but this is something that I do. It's spiritual art based on your chart, just like this wheel here that we have. Everybody has an astrology chart with aspects in it, and that's how I created the Tapestry of Life mandalas. As I said before, it really is a labor of love. It takes many hours to complete it, but it's such an intense, cool, beautiful thing when it's all said and done. And I pick up a lot of psychic stuff on you as I'm creating it, and people have told me time and time again that as they gaze on it or look at it, you know, they start getting stuff too, because the swirly designs really lend itself to letting the imagination flow, just like sometimes in the tarot cards where there's like some swirly designs. You know, it might take you away, or you'll see other pictures or other visions within it. So I want to thank you all for ordering the mandalas and liking, commenting, ordering readings. And I want you to remember that you are love and beauty incarnate, and I'll speak to you soon.